Welcome to Redtastic. Story 1. Hello everyone, my name is Heather, 22 female. I'm having a hard time dealing with this issue. I would be happy if you guys could help me figure things out. Here is a little gist about me and my family to help you understand how I ended up in such a mess. My late mom, 40 female, passed away 2 years ago. Having saved many lives as a doctor, she couldn't save herself when she got ill. Okay, so here is a little background about her. She gave birth to me in her final year of high school. Her actions made my grandparents very disappointed because they were both teachers and they attached a great importance to education. To make matters worse, the guy responsible was nowhere to be found. To date, I don't know who my dad is. After nursing me for 2 years, my grandparents took me in so my mom could go back to school. She went back to continue her final year of high school. She later gained admission to med school and successfully graduated as a surgeon. Her occupation made her so busy, so I continued staying with my grandparents. But when I turned 14, my grandma sadly passed away. It was a hard time for all of us. A year after grandma's passing, my mom got married to my stepdad. Let's call him Jones, 50 male. Jones already had 3 kids with the youngest about my age from a previous marriage. After they settled, my mom came for me to stay with them. She told me that now I had step-siblings and wouldn't feel lonely anymore. But the thing is, they never saw me as a part of the family. Mom was barely home. In her absence, they only treated me with contempt. But funny enough, Mom was a higher income earner than Jones, so she provided for almost everything in the house. As for Jones, all he did was sit in his bookshop all day long. Their enmity for me, I guess, came from the fact that Mom treated me well. I mean, I am her biological child, so I don't understand why they should hate me because of this. But good things barely last forever because my mom sadly passed away 2 years ago due to a severe illness. But before her demise, she contributed to building 3 houses for my step-siblings and me. But Jones refused to give me my house. I questioned him and he claimed the house was something he also contributed to, so I could consider going to my useless dad for one. I was furious. For Christ's sake, my mom contributed about 90% of the funds needed for the buildings, so I angrily told him I should be given an apartment before his 3 kids who aren't even my mom's biological kids. He said he needed money to keep the family going, so he plans on renting out my apartment. I asked him to go rent one of his sons, not mine. He only said he had already taken the rent for the building and there was nothing he could do about it. As if my mom knew all this might happen because she created a trust fund for me and the money in there was enough to see me through my remaining 2 years of college. I didn't want to be a part of such a toxic family anymore. I was too young for the heartache they gave me, so I packed my things and left to stay with my grandpa. My mom's death gave Grandpa a shock and left him very heartbroken as well. Just 6 months after Mommy's demise, Grandpa's health began to deteriorate very quickly, and he became bedridden. I was there for him till he passed away last year. I didn't have a hard time preparing for his funeral because Grandpa left behind enough savings for me in his will. In addition, he gave me his scenic apartment by the beach. It's such a beautiful apartment. So here is the main reason why I'm making this post. Realizing that my grandpa left me such an awesome and pretty apartment, my stepdad called me claiming that I should consider coming for my apartment. I was surprised because I knew he wasn't the kind of person that would just give in like that. So I went to see him out of curiosity. Just like I expected, he got something up his sleeves. Jones said the apartment my mom left behind was way too small and could only fetch him a small amount in rent. So he wanted me to move in there so he could rent out my grandpa's apartment instead, since it was way bigger and scenic. I told him I must be out of my mind to give him my grandpa's apartment. He then said we are family, and ever since my mom's death, they had been struggling financially and he was having a hard time paying my step-siblings' college fees, while I sat there enjoying the will my grandparents left behind. I told him it was none of my goddamn business how they survived because from the very moment my mom passed away, and they snatched the building too from me, I ceased being a part of their family, so he should clear all of his plots of snatching my apartment from me this time around. or else the necessary actions I will take against him wouldn't be one that he would like. So dear folks, do you think I was too harsh on my stepdad over the apartment issue? Please, I need your honest thoughts to help me deal with this issue the right way. Update. Thank you all for your concerns about my post. Here is an update. It's been a year since my first post and something happened recently. Jones paid me an unexpected visit yesterday. He said his sons might drop out of college if he doesn't pay their fees in due time, so he needs my help. He claimed he sold my apartment to pay their fees, but it wasn't enough to clear their debt as they owed so much. When he was done, I calmly asked him what exactly he wanted me to do. Then boom, he said I should rent out my apartment as it would be worth so much due to how scenic it was, and then help him out financially. I angrily got up and told him my mind. I asked him whether he ever really loved my mom for who she was, or because of the financial assistance she could give him and his sons. If he had ever seen me as a part of their family or a tool to solve his financial issues, and if he ever cared about how I paid my fees and survived in college. He remained speechless for a while, because my sudden outburst I guess took him by surprise. When he recovered, he asked me to calm down so we could talk things out peacefully. I told him I didn't want to set my eyes on him again, so he should stay away from me as much as possible. The apartment was dear to me, and I would never give it out to satisfy his selfish desires. He wanted to convince me, but I already had enough of him. I walked him out and shut the door. When he left, I blacklisted his contact. I think it's about time I put an end to this nightmare and move on with my life. I'm sorry about the loss of your loved ones, OP. I can't start to imagine how hard it must be for you. I'm glad you're finally blocking your stepfather. You should have done that ages ago. He's a greedy person who could have been the only parent left to take care of you, but he of course didn't take up that role. If he's so financially low, then he should consider selling his kid's apartment. Your mom did enough for them. I see no reason why you should continue to, especially since they never once treated you like family. Story 2. I, 43 female, hired my trainer Alex, fake name, in mid-2018 through the gym. I asked for someone who understands chronic pain because I've had it for 20 years and need help managing it. Swimming did wonders until my body began to develop negative reactions to pool chemicals, which was why I switched to the gym. Long story short, Alex helped beyond expectation. He helped me improve so much. A few months ago, my doctor actually switched me to milder pain medication and lowered the doses too. So as a token of appreciation, I gave Alex an early Christmas card last week with a $50 gift card. The message was simple: thank you for your help, best wishes. Today I went for solo training and a woman approached me claiming to be Alex's wife. She accused me of getting friendly with Alex and demanded that I ask the gym to switch trainers. I refused and she got aggressive, so I got the staff involved and they removed her. Later I told friends about the incident. They say I was disrespectful and should have honored her wishes. Though I don't think Alex's wife's insecurity is my problem. I feel bad about possibly getting him into trouble at home. Am I the a-hole? ETA. Many of you mentioned the possibility of a stalker imposter, and now I'm getting chills. Never even thought of that. I'll give the gym a call first, because if it is a stalker imposter, then she might harass other people too. Since I don't have Alex's private number, I'll ask the gym to give him a heads up. Then I'll talk to him when I see him next week. Update. I've got some requests for an update, so here is a quick one. First of all, I didn't get to meet Alex this week. The gym manager informed me on Monday that Alex was taking the whole week off after learning he has a stalker. So my Reddit Sherlocks were right. She's not his wife. They reassured me they will do everything in their capacity to help Alex and to make sure Miss Stalker stays banned. I went there twice this week and things are fine so far. Hopefully we'll be able to resume our regular training after the holidays. I've also talked to my friends who called me disrespectful. They changed their stance once they learned she was a stalker, but I said it's really irrelevant. We had some back and forth. It was hard getting my point across until I asked how they would feel if their partner went to their workplace and harassed their co-workers or clients. Some of them apologized, one got stubborn and said some not so nice things. I ended up cancelling my holiday plan with them so I can have some time and space to think our friendship over. So that's it. Please know I truly, deeply appreciate all the kind words and support. I was doubting my morals and judgment of character due to the somewhat heated arguments with my friends. But your comments really helped me clear my head. And to my fellow chronic pain patients, my heart goes out to you and hope you get all the help you need. Happy holidays, everyone. Love and peace to you all. Poor Alex, that must be frightening for him to have a stalker. OP, I'm a bit concerned about your friends though. Even if he is married, there is nothing wrong about you engaging his services for personal training. And your friends only changed their tune when it turned out the woman wasn't his wife. And one, not even then. I hope you know how to navigate things with your friends from now on. Now for some comments. Good call distancing yourself from these friends, especially the one who said it was inappropriate to give gifts to service people. It is in fact a very common thing to give a bonus or gift to people who do work for you around the holidays. Their attitude reminds me of the other recent post from the guy whose girlfriend refused to stop walking around semi-nude in front of workers, on the grounds that they weren't actual people who had feelings that should be considered. My spouse is a trainer and never in a million years would I harass his client, even if they were inappropriate. The expectation is he will tell me what happened and then we talk about the next course of action. We haven't had this problem yet, but I showed him this post and he knows it would be up to him to draw boundaries. And if that didn't work, then have his client moved to a different trainer at the gym. But as his spouse, I wouldn't be the one having a conversation with the client. OP, I'm a female personal trainer. Not in a box gym, I go to people's homes. And I received gifts from all my clients, male and female. This year, mainly expensive bottles of liquor and really nice bottles of wine, because that is one thing we all had in common, LOL. Giving a $50 gift card as thanks for getting you out of pain and making life better is in no way inappropriate. Your friends are dead wrong, and while I did not expect anything from my clients, because my services are not cheap as it is, it was a nice surprise from them. I've been doing training for years, and the bond I've made with most of my clients is unlike any other that I have in my life. There is something special and different about getting sweaty with people with exercise, LOL. And I have met some pretty amazing people in this profession.